Hey friends, it's my delight to welcome you again to another edition of your favorite program, Make It Right with Simba. Today we'll be looking at a concept that is called Yin-Yang. You can say white and black, male and female. It's a Chinese concept that signifies two opposite things that together their value is greater than when looked at in an individual term. We all agree that in various aspects of our lives, we have people who are quite different from us, but we also need to work together with from time to time. In marriage, we have a male and a female, husband and wife. In academics, we have group members who you do not necessarily share the same personalities, but you just have to work with them. In your workplace, wow, that is a whole world entirely. You have superiors, you have colleagues, and you have subordinates. They are quite different from you. Some share the same principles, the same value system, and all of that. Others are far away from you. In business, you have partners who do not necessarily be like you. But all the same, one word will make everything work out for us in these different areas of our lives. It's called collaboration. According to Larry Onishola, he said, collaboration is the new effectiveness. And I cannot agree more, especially if you're in a field like mine where you have to work with people from different expertise, different disciplines. So it is very important that we have a symbiotic relationship with people and with our teammates with with the people we work with, in short. So what are the dividends of collaborating effectively? You gain speed. If you're working with the right people, you'll discover that what you will do in a day with a team, you can do in some hours. And I've experienced this a whole lot. And sometimes you cannot be in two different places at a time. If you have team members who are effective, you can split yourself up and achieve something in a short while. Another thing is success. When you collaborate with people on initiatives, the success is sweeter and the possibilities are higher because where you have your own limitation, other people's competencies come into place. And that takes me to the next step. That's improved competence. You know, nobody is an island of knowledge. So sometimes you're bringing your own beat, another person is bringing their own beat, and at the end of the day, you have an en bloc solution that everybody can be happy with. So when you have people that you collaborate with effectively, there's a lot of competencies that you develop. Sometimes it can be people skills, just managing the act of managing people. There are people on your team that have better emotional intelligence than you do. And as you study and watch how they behave to other people, you take cue from it and you just take it off from there. Another one is innovation. We have this concept that's called brainstorming sessions where people just come and share their ideas. And at the end of the day, you are wow, that wow. So things like this can come out from this team. And sometimes it is progressive. That's why they recommend that when you're doing brainstorming sessions, you should have build-up conversations. If I know up to point A, another person takes from point A to point B, and before you know it, the whole puzzle is solved. So if there are a lot of dividends from collaborating, how can we make the best of this? The first one is that you need to choose the right persons. You need to have the right team members. It cannot be overemphasized. But wait a minute, you do not always have power over who is on your team. Take, for instance, you're in a workplace and the manager says, Mr. A, I want you to work with Mr. B and Mrs. C to get a task done. You do not have the right over who you choose on your team. That means that there are other ingredients that need to come into place. But in every area that you have the right to choose, please go ahead. By all means, choose your team members and choose them wisely. Don't be sentimental about it. For the fact that somebody is your friend doesn't mean they'll be effective in a particular undertaking. So you have to be objective in how you choose your team members. The next is you have to be determined to make it work. In the instance that I just gave, that you do not have the leeway of choosing your team members, that means you need to be determined to make it work. That means you need to bring yourself so low. You need to look at other people that, yes, I'm on this team to make this thing work with these guys. That means you will not let things weigh you down. You will not let other people's actions or inactions make you lose focus. You just have to be determined by yourself that we are going to make this work together. And sometimes, like a friend of mine would say, if it takes one person to make a difference, then it takes one person to make all the difference. Another thing is you need to come to a team with open-mindedness. Sometimes some people come into a space and they are feeling like gods. In such situations, scenarios, you want to only be the shining light, whereas the goal is for everybody to work symbiotically and to achieve a common goal. Not for somebody to, yes, in doing this, you can be a shining star, you can be a light, but that is not the primary goal. That's not the primary objective. Just imagine in a team of footballers, when one person decides to hoard everything, you discover that the team is on the verge of losing out. And God help you that it's not the Champions League finals. So another thing is that you should know that you're on the team to contribute. So don't just be a spectator. As a matter of fact, from your first meeting, you should register your presence. Well, this might look like you have come to steal the light, but no, you are giving other people room to express their views, but you are also bringing solutions to the table. If you're a spectator, then you were never supposed to be on the team in the first place. So know that no matter how little it is, you have something to contribute. Don't be a spectator at all. Don't be. Because it has even been recommended that if you want to achieve if you want to achieve a level of objectivity in any work you're doing, give it to somebody who knows nothing about what you're doing to review. The person will come at it with a different lens, and the person will help you see the loopholes in what you've done. So how much more you that you're on the team? And the thing is that every one of us, we have our skills, we have our competencies, we have our strength. So leverage on your strength and bring your A game to the team. And further to that is that you need to be very confident. Sometimes when one person is confident, it boosts the confidence of the other members. You don't want to have all your team members having low morale at the same time. Then the project or whatever undertaking you're set to work on will surely fail. So be the person that boosts the morale of other people. That means you need to be self-confident. You need to tell yourself you can achieve this. You need to speak positively to your team members, and you need to speak positively to yourself, regardless of the challenges that you face. Always know that in the world that we live in now, in today's 21st century, there's always a need to work with people. Like I've showed earlier, be it in a family, be it in your workplace, be it in your place of worship, like Christian, be it in business, you always have people to work with. So the earlier you begin to know and to leverage on the power of collaboration, the better your yin-yang will be. So if you have a business that you want us to advertise to the world, you're an entrepreneur, this is a platform for you. This is one of our core mandates to show the world what other people can do, be it in Africa, be it outside of Africa. Our reach is global. Please make sure you reach out to us. And in case you've not been following us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter on our official handles. Remember that as long as there is life, you can make it right. Till we see you again, Simeon, and it's your program, Make It Right. Cheers for now. Bye.